Welcome everyone to the NAA Best Places to Work webinar. We're going to go through, really go through the nomination guide today, kind of in more detail, to tell everybody kind of what the program's about, how we go about managing the program, and then what you can expect coming out of the program in terms of winning, of course, and of course the actual results of the survey that you're going to complete. So we'll go ahead and get started here. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We all know how to use chat now. There are no polls or handouts, so if you see that, don't worry about it. So let me go ahead and get started. So what is the NAA Best Places to Work? It is just an industry awards program just for NAA members. And what we do is we work to find the best places to work within the NAA membership as ranked by the employees themselves. And we do that by using a Net Promoter Score survey that you would send out on behalf of the corporation to solicit responses from your employees. The nomination fee for this program is $2.99. So it's really more than an awards program. So first and foremost, each nominee, after the session is over, after the awards program is over, actually receives all the anonymous raw data from your surveys. This allows you to see exactly how well your company's doing across a bunch of different categories, and we'll get into those in just a minute. You'll also get an industry benchmark report for employee satisfaction, and this will tell you exactly how everyone ranked for all the questions, so you can see for each question if you're high or if you're low, or if you're right in there. So it really gives your company a really unique opportunity to see exactly where they're doing well and exactly where they need to spend a little bit more time and focus to improve employee satisfaction. So how does it all work? This is the basic flow. So nominations are due by March 19th. Nominations very easy, and we're going to go over that in just a second. From March 19th on, we'll go into the employee survey period. This is when you're going to solicit responses from your employees for our survey. We'll give you all the templated emails, and we'll give you regular updates as well, so that you know how close you are to getting the number of surveys needed. After the survey is over, you're going to receive the raw survey data and that report so that you can measure your own performance against that of the industry. And then in late May, we'll recognize all the winners. We'll have a press release, we'll upload it to our website, we'll send out emails, and then we're also doing all of the social amplification as well. So let's just start out with your nomination. Your nomination is very easy. You're going to come to the NAA Best Places to Work website, and you're just going to click the Start Your Nomination button. And it's going to bring up basically a web form that asks you to submit this limited amount of information. We really don't need a whole lot. We need somebody to contact and to update. Right? We need the name of the organization, and then we need a couple of categories, whether you're a management company or a supplier. We'll want some information about your company, including the president's name or the CEO, the description, and then the total number of employees. The CEO and the company description, we really only use if you win, when we build your winner profile page for the website. The number of employees we need to determine how many surveys you need to complete. So all of this is really basic information. And then you see the last information there, the social media, all of that. Those are to be included if you want that social media promotion, if you should win again. Very easy. If you include links to your logos, we'll use those logos in our promotion of your win should you win. That'll go again on the nominee webpage, on our website, and then in our promotions. For these web files or these files, you can load them up to Google Drive, SharePoint, Dropbox, any service like that. We just need a URL so that we can pull it. Very simple, very easy. Should take you all of about 5-10 minutes to complete your nomination. And the nomination fee is due with the nomination. So then let's talk a little bit about the employee survey period. This is the employee satisfaction survey. It's relatively easy to understand, very quick to go through. What you'll notice here this year is that we've added this unique company 5-digit ID to the beginning of the survey. When we give you all your templated emails and all the instructions on how to survey your employee base, we'll include a 5-digit number that's unique to you. It's a random number. They're not in chronological order. So your employees are going to input that number before they start their survey. And that lets us know that that's your company. And so they'll go through and tell us a little bit about the demographic data so that you have a better sense of where and who inside of your organization is giving you responses. And then we're going to ask them a series of questions about you, the employer. And these are, again, NPS-based questions to really drive satisfaction. And if you go to the website, you can actually click on this link in the nomination guide or on the link on the website to go and actually see the actual survey, a sample of the actual survey. Like I said, these are very easy to complete. They can be done online on a website or on your mobile phone just as easily. It really only takes a couple of minutes for the employees. So how do you survey employees? First, we're going to give you a series of emails, 3 emails, and all the instructions on how to survey your employees. You're going to simply just take those emails, copy them into your email platform, and send it out to all your employees. They'll then solicit all the responses. They'll have the links to the website, to the survey, as well as your company ID right in that email. We've used these emails for 3 or 4 years now, and generally speaking, most companies finish getting the necessary amount of surveys by just sending 2 emails. We're also going to send you updates via email on how close you are to being complete. So we'll tell you exactly how many surveys you've completed and how many are left to go. So you'll know if you need to send that second email and that third email to employees. Generally speaking, like I said, it almost always takes 2 emails. Rarely does it take 3. So how many surveys do you need to complete? So we rank this by the size of your business. So if you're a very small business or a small business with under or up to 100 employees, I guess 100 and under, we'll need 50% of your employees to respond. If you're a little bit larger, up to 500 employees, 25%. And then if you're a large organization, it's only 15%. So that gets us to a statistically valid response rate. Now, Net Promoter Scores are really designed to give you a sense of how well your organization's doing. A lot of companies use these for customer satisfaction, and here we're using it for employee satisfaction. So it's just the percentage of percentage of employees that are in these 3 buckets. And you obviously want the most in those promoters, right? Somebody that's going to promote your business and they're happy about being an employee. And so again, with all the data that we provide you, you'll be able to see exactly how many are in each bucket. And you'll be able to see it against industry benchmarks. So the reports and notifications. Once the survey period is over and you've surveyed all your employees, the survey period ends, and then we go into giving you your reports, all your data, and then notifying you if you've been selected as a winner or not. Okay, so who are the winners and how are they chosen? This year we've changed it up a little bit. So all nominees will be broken into 2 groups. You're either in a supplier or a management company group. So either supplying the NAA members or you're an NAA member as a management company. For the supplier organizations, we're going to go down to 3 subcategories for small, medium, and large. And we're going to rank the #1 company in each of those. So the #1 small business supplier, the #1 medium business supplier, and the #1 large business supplier. And we'll also give top 5 designations to the remaining 4 in each of those categories. So there's 5 winners in small, medium, and large. The same is true on management companies, but because there are just more management companies, we're going to name the top 10. So you'll have #1 management company for small business, medium business, and large business, and then basically the 2 through 9. So you'll have a top 10 designation, regardless of if you're #2 or #9. So how do we recognize the winners? Well, every winner gets a trophy. So there is a trophy. There's another opportunity to purchase additional trophies if you have additional offices or additional people that you'd like to recognize. We will have an official awards program press release, as well as going out into the NAA newsletter and different publications from the NAA. We're also going to build a winners profile page, and you can see those on the website today from last year's winners. This is a good opportunity for you to market your company as a Best Places to Work and send people there to see that it's true. It also gives you a great backlink to your website for any what I call Google juice. So that is the amount of clicks that people, or the amount of links going to your website. It helps your Google ranking. You'll also get all the recognition in the social media platforms like we talked about. And you can use the award logo in all of your marketing and all of your sales materials. You can put it on your door. You can send signs outside your, the apartment complex or your management building. Anything you want to do with that logo, it's up to you. And here are just a few of the winners from last year, or I guess this is all the winners from last year in both suppliers and management categories. But this time I'd like to just take any questions that you have. I see a couple. From Kyle, yes, we will provide this deck after the call. We'll send an email to everybody and send it out. It, again, is taken from the nomination guide. So if you haven't gotten the nomination guide, I'd highly recommend that you go to the website, bestplaces.nahq.org, and download the nomination guide, okay? And Scott asks, is there a minimum number of employees needed to enter? No, you could have one employee and enter as long as you're an NAA member. So if you're an NAA member, you just go to the website, you click that start your nomination, and off you go. You'll just be in that small category. So I don't see any other questions. Again, let me go back to the dates here. Oh, there we go. Got another question. Another question is there a specific department that should do the nomination, marketing or HR? Lydia, that's a great question. We struggle with that too because we don't know who to contact in a lot of these companies. Generally speaking, most of the time it is the marketing people. For these types of awards though, because you're asking survey questions to your employees, you want to contact the HR department to get them on board. You don't want to go at this if you're a marketing person without their kind of buy-off. So I would just talk to your HR folks if you're marketing and vice versa. Holly asks, are we able to customize the emails we send out to employees, or do we need to stick to the template? You can use the template however you want. If you want to customize it, you can. We don't know if you customize it because we're not actually seeing the emails. You're sending those to employees. So if you'd like to customize it with different language, that's fine. All you really need is the link and that 5-digit ID code so that the employees can actually, execute the survey. If you want to take those, if you use a different system of communication, I know some of the software platforms have chat and different types of forum boards. You're more than welcome to post it on your intranet anywhere to solicit those responses. We do have a 1 survey per employee policy. So we do check the MAC IDs on the computer as well as the IP address of the submission to make sure there's no fraud. We haven't had any yet, so that's good. But again, 1 employee per survey. So they can only complete it once. Karine asks, are the winners chosen solely on NPS score or are there other considerations? They are 100% scored by the NPS score. We actually do kind of our own proprietary algorithm to figure out, we kind of have a weighted average, but all of it is NPS driven. And then Amanda asks, are all employees surveyed or is only a percentage? We recommend doing your whole employee base so that you get the response rate that you need. So you want to send that to all employees. And then we always get a question of what counts as an employee. It's an active employee, so no one that's been furloughed. You can use temporary, part-time workers or full-time workers, but they need to be an active employee. Some of the leasing agents use the same property emails. Property email address doesn't matter. Should we send to their personal emails? So for this survey, we do not collect any personally identifiable information. So we don't know if there's an email address or not. So you're going to need to figure out how to send it to each employee, and then on their own computers or on their own smartphones, they'll need to complete that survey. However you can get that message to them, it really doesn't matter. Again, all you really need is the survey link that we're going to provide, as well as that 5-digit ID. So Kyle asks, how will you monitor how many employees we have sent this and whether our competitors are sending it to their whole company or just a curated group? Good question, Kyle. So we don't know how many employees you send to. All we know is how many employees you have and how many employees you need to have complete the survey. So you want to send it to a big enough group where you're going to get enough submissions. Again, generally speaking, 2 emails does it. Most companies don't need the third. I would say usually about 10 to 15% need to send that third email, or that's just from my kind of dealing with customers, what it feels like. We never know if they send the third or not, but sometimes we see a little boost after that. What we suggest is that third email going out the date. And what do you do if employees don't have email addresses? At least that's a great question as well. We had that problem last year, and what we recommend you do is just simply print out the email, the URL and that code, and hand it out to employees so that they can then go home or on their smartphone and complete the survey. So it's just a simple URL link and then a 5-digit code. So I don't see any other questions. If you do have some, feel free to put them in. Let me just go back to our dates here, just so everybody has them. Give me 1 second. So here it is again. By March 19th, you need to have that nomination in. Nomination takes 5-10 minutes. If you have a company description already, it probably takes less than that. So very, very quick and easy to get nominated. As soon as you're nominated, you should get a confirmation email from us saying that you got that your submission went through. And then there's that waiting period from March 19th until the 24th when we'll send you the actual templates and instructions. Again, very easy to do. So then from the 24th to the 30th, you have about 5 or 6 weeks to survey employees. Okay. Generally speaking, we recommend a cadence and a schedule of those emails. So it's usually you're waiting about a week and a half before you send the next email. And then right before the end, we ask you to send the last email, that third email if you need it. If you have gotten to your maximum or to your minimum capacity of surveys and you've met the standard for having enough surveys, we still recommend that you actually submit more survey or request more surveys from your employees if you want more data. It's just going to give you more data on the back end to understand your business a little bit better. So from March 24th to April 30th, we go into that zone where we're updating you and you're sending emails, and we'll send you exact numbers every time we update you. And we'll update you right before our suggested next email send. So we'll update you before you send the second email and the third email. And then once again on the May 17th, when it's over, when that survey period's over and we tabulate the results, we'll send you your data as well as the benchmark report so that you can start looking at that and understanding how your employees rated your business. And then again on the 28th, we'll have the winner's recognition. So at this time, let me double check to see if there's any more questions, see if I can't answer it. So we've got a couple of questions. Let's see here. Scott asked, March 19th, what time or all day? It is March 19th wherever you are. So basically on March 20th, we'll shut it off and collect all the results. Nikki asks, is the unique company ID once we submitted the nomination? Yes, Nikki. We will send you an email with all of the emails in text format, as well as your URL and that company ID. Printed in all those emails, we basically run a mail merge, and we have all the emails ready to go. All you have to do is copy and paste and hit send. So everything's in there, but you'll get it on the 24th. So Kyle asks, I've completed this type of survey in the past, and we had to ensure we sent the survey to everyone in the company so there was no biased feedback on the surveys. The reason I asked is a large company could only send this to a select group. Have you run into issues like this? We haven't, but you're free to send it to whatever group you want. As long as you meet that minimum, it really doesn't matter to us. You're submitting the survey, and it's an anonymous survey. So regardless of the group you send it to, we're going to get anonymous feedback for all your results. So I don't think there's any issue if you send it to a select group versus all your entire company. A A couple of other things have come up when we've done this. Other people ask, can we use a different survey? The answer is no. We have to have the same survey so that we're measuring everybody by the exact same questions so that it's a fair contest. I don't see any more questions. I appreciate all the great questions. We will get this out to you guys. We'll get this presentation out as well as the nomination guide, and we'll send it out we just got a question from Gianna of if we can send it out. We'll send that out as soon as we can, probably later today or this evening to everybody that attended. So if you have any questions, you're always more than welcome to contact us. Just go to the website and right at the top, you'll click contact and you'll see how to get in touch with us. So if there's anything else, please ask a question. Otherwise, we're gonna close it out, and this will be available on the website as well if you want to share it with anybody else. Thank you, everyone. Sorry about the audio issues in the beginning, but I'm glad we got them worked out. Thanks for attending and good luck.